Now, this may be welcome news to some of you. We just might see relief at the country's airports. This week, TSA officers are expected to see their first paycheck in more than 40 days. And that's thanks to an executive order from the president, not a deal made in Congress. Lawmakers are now on a 2-week break with no consensus on how to end the partial government shutdown. Border Czar Tom Homan says federal immigration officers brought in to support the work at airports may be sticking around for a while.
Look, we're going to continue a nice presence there and until the airports feel like they're in 100%, in a posture where they can do normal operations. If less TS agents come back, that means we'll keep more ICE agents there.
CBS News correspondent Jason Allen joins us from Houston's main airport, where lines stretched into where people park, but I don't see them snaked behind you at the moment, Jason. Also, over the weekend, I saw a guy trying to make money by offering to stand in line for people and make hundreds of dollars. Jason, bring us up to speed. The president has signed an EO.
Only in America.
Right? Entrepreneurship. Has anything eased where you are today?
Make money where you can make it, right? We just saw a social media post from somebody on the West Coast trying to do the same thing at an airport there. Here, you're not going to make much money doing that today because absolutely there's relief. And we're starting to kind of look like this is a trend here because an hour ago, not only were those lines full back there, but all of these spaces here were full as well. And there were lines on the other side of this concourse where we are. They were full too. So we are starting to see the relief here. The wait time this morning has varied anywhere from 30 minutes at times up to an hour and 15 minutes. Here in Houston, they have been moving people from one terminal to another. So if a wait gets long in one place, they'll send them to the other one and vice versa. And we also have many of those ICE agents here that are helping TSA officers out. So these lines have continuously been moving. We saw that yesterday as well. The last day of really, really long lines was on Saturday. So it does start to look like we're seeing continued improvement here.
Finally, a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
Jason, have we heard from TSA agents about all of this? Are the call-outs declining to come to work this week?
Adriana, they have started declining, right? So we were well up over 3,000. It dropped to 2,800 yesterday. And of course, this comes with, the promise of pay. We've had officers quit, though, right? Because remember, they've gone through this a couple of times during the shutdown back in November. Now again this time. Some of them still waiting for pay. We talked to one of those agents just about that frustration about going through this multiple times over the past few months.
They're going home for their 2-week recess so they can go collect their golden Easter eggs and all their extra little campaign contributions while my kids aren't going to have anything in their Easter eggs, okay? My blood pressure's up. I can't sleep at night because I'm worried about everybody. This is a ridiculous scenario, and these politicians have failed us.
Yeah, so you hear that frustration with Congress, right? Between both Senate and House having kind of these competing bills going back and forth that they can't come to an agreement on, and yet you have the TSA officers who are stuck in the middle. Now, a little bit of continued good news. We did just check back with another officer that we have talked with over the weekend, and she told us that a direct deposit did hit her account overnight. So she's seen that money this morning. It's not everything that she is expecting from the missed pay over the last 44 days, but it absolutely does help the situation.
So long awaited. Great news to hear. Jason Allen, we appreciate you and your team. If anyone's flying through the airport, offer the crew a snack, okay? Because while you guys are moving on, they're standing there reporting on this. Jason, thanks so much.